Alright, let's just dive on into this because I was really hot about this a couple of days ago. I kind of missed about 1 or 2 episodes off basketball wise, but I did catch the one where Kesha and Tami was getting into it, and it just really made me upset to hear the way Tami was going off on this girl. Let's just dive right on in. Okay, first of all, bitch, Tami, you was hella wrong to just be going off on that girl. She ain't the argumentative type girl. She ain't the ratchet girl, ghetto girl like you, Tami, okay? She is not that kind of girl. First of all, Tami, you calling her childish for saying whatever she said behind your back. You just as childish. I'ma take your purse. You ain't getting your purse until you go off on me or until you say sorry. Bitch, please, I shouldn't have to say nothing to you to get my purse. Give me my damn purse. You know what I mean? That's stupid. Like, you can call me whatever. You can call me a bitch. You can call me an asshole, whatever. Don't take, like, for me, if I was a female, don't take my stuff. Even a man, don't take my wallet. Don't take my stuff. Like, that's stupid. To be sitting up there acting like junior high school girls, you know what I mean? Oh, you ain't getting this back. We gonna take your stuff. That's hella stupid. Like, who does that? You know what I mean? If you mad at her, be mad at her. But my thing is this. I'm hot because, bitch, Shawnee, you hella wrong. You just as bad as Tami is for letting that go on. You and Evelyn. You sitting there, bitch, I saw you with your finger in your mouth sitting there because you know you was going to get some good ratings off of that. But you were hella wrong for that. You should have stopped, Tami. That was going too far. You know, you could see Kesha just shutting down. Kesha tried to act like she making her look stupid, which in a way, Tami, it was making herself look hella ghetto and ratchet. But you could tell at the same time, Kesha was scared of, didn't know if she was going to hit her or not. Now, Kesha, if you wanted to remove yourself from the situation, you should have just grabbed your purse and your keys and your wallet and whatever else and took your ass on in the goddamn, hotel room if that's what if you was, didn't want to be in the situation. I don't know why the hell you just got up and left your purse. That was dumb. But in the end, I feel like, Tami, you gonna get mad because she called and was gonna call the popo on you, which to me, Kesha, bitch, you should have did it. Because my thing is, you took something of mine that wasn't yours. Tami, you should have, if the purse was going to be left on the table, you should have just left it on the table and left. It ain't your responsibility to pick up nobody's purse. That's on her. She's a grown woman. So, and that's what pisses me off with you, too. You want to act like you all big, bad, and bold, but you going to talk about, oh, you lucky I picked up your purse. If you didn't like Kesha and you had no respect for her, fuck her. Leave her goddamn purse there and her phone and glasses and whatever else she had there. I'd have left the shit. I don't give a fuck about your purse. Bitch, if it come up stolen, that's on you. We out. You know? But that's why Evelyn and Shawnee was crying and feeling all bad, because the way Tami talked to this girl was like she was like some child or something. You know what I mean? Like that. I couldn't let that go on to just see somebody be verbally bullied like that and just talk too crazy. I couldn't sit there. I don't care if it was for ratings. I would have been like, okay, Tami is going too far. But see, either y'all scared of Tami and y'all don't want to say nothing, or y'all don't want to catch her rap. And it's nothing. Did anybody see? I could have sworn Tami was calling Susie a motherfucker and a bitch, and Susie didn't say a goddamn thing. I sure would have chimed in and told Tami, hold on, girl. You mad, I understand, but don't be calling me a motherfucker and a bitch for anything. Kesha, you bitch, you didn't see the show. You know Susie run her goddamn mouth all the goddamn time. Anyways, why the fuck did you even say about how you was gonna go off on Tami? But my thing is this. Kesha really didn't say much about it. She just said you just look kind of crazy or whatever. Bitch, everybody seen the show way before Kesha got on, so we already know how you are. You know what I mean? And it's like, you talking about, I'm going to let her have a good vacation. What the fuck you mean you don't let me have a good vacation? Bitch, I'm going to have one. You know what I mean? My thing is just, calm the fuck down, dude. Like, y'all all having a good drinks, having a good time, and then all of a sudden you just want to bring that up. If you, knowing you, Tami, you should have been checked her about that. If you was upset about that, you should have been said something to Kesha like, hey, I heard you said whoop the wop, whoop the wop, whoop the wop. Why you wait till the damn trip to want to bring it out? That's stupid. You should have been checked her if you was that upset about it. You know what I mean? And that whole therapy, bitch, I don't think that's working, because it don't look like it's helping you none. And then I just read on Twitter I think coming from Nicole Bitchy, that she deleted her Twitter talking about she didn't want to hear no negativity about for a mistake she done. Bitch, you do the mistake every episode. You always arguing with somebody. You always instigating. You always starting up some mess. Always doing something. So what are you talking about? You want to delete your Twitter this time because of a mistake. Bitch, you argue and you bully people all the time. And it's funny, too, because you were the same way 20 years ago when you were on fucking MTV Real World. You was just as naggy and bitchy and argumentative and ghetto and ratchet and all the other things that go along with that. You were the same way. So you're no different, dude. Like, this, I hope the damn counseling is helping you, but it don't look like it's helping you none. I don't know how many sessions you had up until that point, but girl, you need to double up and maybe go 5 times a week like the gym, hit 5 times a week, because that ain't it. And another thing what pissed me off too, Shawnee, bitch, I'm tired of you just sitting around letting stuff happen. It's like you just as bad as them, you know what I mean? You just because, like, you gonna put some squid and dead fish in Kenya's room? Come on, y'all. That, once again, acting like high school girls or junior high school girls. Like, come on, y'all are 40-something years old, got kids and shit. If y'all was my mamas, I'd be hella embarrassed that y'all was my goddamn mama doing that shit. Who does, what grown ass woman do that? It'd be different if we was the basketball teenager kids, then okay, then maybe this would be funny and we would understand. It still wouldn't be right, but we can more so understand. But y'all sitting up here grown as hell. Okay, you don't like Kenya, fuck Kenya. Don't say nothing to her, but why go in her room and then you gonna mess around, especially if Kenya go to the hotel and say, my room smell like fish or something, and she sue the hotel just behind y'all doing stupid shit. That's wrong. You know, but Shawnee, I'm sick, man. I hope they canceled this motherfucking basketball season, but I read they renewed it for another season, but they just gonna be more talking about they care about bullying and stuff. Bitch, you don't care about bullying. Quit releasing that false ass statement, because if you did, you would have said something right then when Tami was going off on Kesha, because Tami, you talked to that girl bad. I understand being upset and maybe she shouldn't have said what she said or whatever, but that was not the way to go about it. And somebody should have been intercepted and said, okay, Tami, this is enough. Give her her purse. Y'all should have just grabbed her purse from Tami and said, I'm giving to her. You want her to have her apologize? Fine. But, and I applaud Kesha for not going knocking on her door tomorrow. I'm sorry, could I have my purse? No, bitch, I shouldn't have to say sorry for my goddamn purse. That's mine. And I would have called the goddamn police on your ass. And your ass, you damn Skippy, you would have went to jail in a foreign country. Bye-bye, girl. We would have been back on that plane. Have a nice time in jail, because we out. You don't do that. Talking about you lucky, you glad I took your purse, because what, nobody thinking about the purse. Okay, bitch, why the fuck you care about a purse? Leave it alone. But that's all I had to say about basketball-wise. I was just a little upset because I feel like it just went too far, went too out of hand, and you know what I mean, verbal abuse or verbal bullying or whatever is not cool, you know what I mean? But Kesha, I need to tell you this, girl, you need to get a backbone real quick. I understand you don't come from the argumentative world, you don't, you know, maybe y'all resolve y'all, I don't know how y'all resolve y'all issues or whatever, wherever you came from, but, you know, wherever you go in this world, you need to have a backbone and know how to stick up for yourself. Because I would have snatched that goddamn purse out of goddamn Tami's hand and told her and slapped the shit out of her. But I'm saying that as a female, if I was a female, not as a man. As a man, I might have would have got somebody else to slap the shit out of her. Some other female. But as a female, that's what I would have did. Or in Kesha's case, if I'm not the fighting type girl, then yes, I would have just called the police. But if I was Kesha, she'd have got knocked in her head, you know what I mean? Or I'd have been tugging on my purse, and then if she ripped it, she damn sure would have got me another one too. But that's just me. And I feel Kesha had every right to be, you know, put off when Tami gonna say, so what are you? Are you black or white? Bitch, you don't know me. You shouldn't feel that comfortable to just ask me that. Know me as a person. My race is it doesn't matter. You should want to know me as just for me, as, you know, as a person. Who cares about what I mix with? Now, once y'all got comfortable and cool enough, okay, fine. Then go and ask that. But right off the back, you don't do that. But see, I'm wondering, I don't know if anybody caught this. Maybe, you know, Tami, you got some issues her damn self about race identity, because she a light-skinned woman herself. And I don't know if both her parents are black or she mixed either, because she look a little mixed too. I don't know. Or maybe she just a light-skinned chick. But I'm just wondering, was she a little upset because she was like, oh, I'm the only mixed chick in this group and now I got another mixed chick, and maybe she was mad about that? Maybe I'm reading too much in it. Maybe that was too much shade I was reading, but that's just what I was kind of looking at and thinking. But anyways, let me know. Comment below. Subscribe to Talking Ish with Chris at Twitter. I'll put it below so you guys can see it. Follow me. I'm going to try to get better on my YouTube, Twitter page because I know I don't really post much. Comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next video. Talk to you later.